It was 5 decades ago that this young U.S. Air Force pilot in his 30s was flying the most sophisticated spy planes.
To tell you the truth, it's just as vivid, just as real to me today as it was then. I can see all the pictures, I can see the landings, I can see the takeoffs, I can see the coast ends, the targets.
Among his missions, flying U-2 planes over Cuba in October 1962. During a period now considered as the most dangerous 13 days in history.
This is an absolutely beautiful island, and they're going to try to kill me.
McElmoyle's mandate was to take pictures of nuclear missiles that the former Soviet Union secretly placed in Cuba, an event that led the world to the brink of a nuclear war.
I thought that what we were doing was exactly the right thing, give the president the pictures he needed. We didn't know he was going to do the blockade. We didn't know that he was going to negotiate, but we gave him the ammunition that he could use to do what he, as the president, was charged with doing.
Ironically, he never saw the pictures he took until much later in museums and documentaries. But he remembers President Kennedy's gratitude.
And he shakes my hand, and then he says to me, he says, "I'll never be able to thank you guys enough for bringing those pictures back so I could peacefully conclude this crisis."
The peaceful resolution of this conflict led to celebrations around the world. But the exhilaration that McElmoyle felt was mitigated by the only casualty in this conflict: his dear friend Rudolf Anderson, also a U-2 pilot, who was shot down by the Soviets over Cuba. McElmoyle apologetically remembers having better luck.
He shot down on the last day, the 27th of October. I'd been fired at by the same missile site 2 days before on the 25th.
The crisis came to an end, in his opinion, thanks to 2 rational leaders.
A nivel de gobierno.
But that could have been a different outcome, he says, if Khrushchev had given any power to Cuban leader Fidel Castro.
Castro would have been a disaster if he had been in control, because he actually said, "We'll sacrifice this island and all the people on it." Why? I mean, this is stupid.
At 83 years of age, he worries about a more recent threat.
One of the problems we got right now today is Iran getting a nuclear weapon, because the guy that's the head of Iran, he's off his rocker. The guy is nuts.
50 years later, this husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather says he still has a hard time assimilating the magnitude of his role during this historic event.
Wonderful. Unbelievable. You know, I can't even today, I can't grasp it all. It's so big. My country is free today. It can't get any better than that.
Adriana Hauser, CNN, Venice, Florida.